our National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, we also provide a series of tips for people to protect their personal credit and their personal identity. Now, some of these tips were developed when I was researching this on my own, when I was investigating what a company like LifeLock actually provides. And it turns out that LifeLock provides several things that you can do yourself. And so I'm going to talk about 5 of those very briefly. The first one is really to monitor your credit reports. Now, you get a free credit report every year. That's federal law. And there's a site called annualcreditreport.com. And you can use that site to check your credit report from the 3 major credit agencies: TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Now, you don't have to check them all at the same time. You can do one every few months. So you can do one every 4 months. That way you extend it out across the year. The second thing that you can do is actually set up fraud alerts on your credit report. You can do that through any of the 3, TransUnion, Equifax, or Experian, and it will transfer that around to the others. And what that fraud alert does is it puts a marker on your credit report that anyone who is attempting to issue new credit in your name is supposed to make an attempt to verify your identity first. That's valid for 90 days, so you need to do that every 3 months. The third thing that you can do is actually opt out of new credit offers. You can do that. It's a 5-year term, and that can also be done online at optoutprescreen.com. And that will reduce the amount of junk mail that you receive with credit card offers. And that's risky when you receive those because criminals do dumpster diving and will go through and try to find those and apply for credit as you. The fourth thing that you can do is establish some banking alerts. Most banks these days offer some sort of alert system. They could be something as simple as notify me via phone or text when a withdrawal of this amount or greater is made, or when a credit purchase of this much or amount or higher is made. So that can be a text or a phone call or an email. Most banks offer that service for free. And the last thing that you can do, which you should be doing anyway, is monitoring your banking statements, your credit card statements. Most fraud will show up pretty clearly in some of those. That should be done monthly when you get your statement, and that's something that we can also do for free, and it's also pretty easy.
Alright, so we're going to move straight into our next game, and I don't know if you all knew this, but my friend Brian is actually a world-famous author. He's a very creative man, and he loves to write books. He loves to write books in front of audiences. So we're going to have Brian come up and play a little game that we call Dime Store Novel. And Brian is going to craft a novel starring Esteban, Dimitri, and Shen. Brian, whenever you're ready, why don't you get the inspiration for your latest book?
So I'm writing a new book, and I've just been struggling to come up with the right title for it. So I want to know from you guys, what was the subject of the last email that you sent? From anybody?
Esperanza.
Esperanza by Brian Cook. Chapter 1. The beginning. Juan came into the room. But Juan was quite a heavy-set man. And when he came into the room, he came in with pizzazz. I am Juan. See, Juan was on a mission. So he spoke his mission aloud to himself.
I shall find the most beautiful iguana in this whole wide world.
He didn't need an iguana, that'd be ridiculous. He was on a much more high-stakes mission than that.
I shall find Sancho Panza's original burrito.
That's right! Sancho Panza's original burrito. He had been looking for years, and his mission was nearing an end. He had gone to this temple, searching for the original artifact, which would tell him exactly where to find this original burrito. But alas, his arch nemesis walked onto the scene with him. Juan too.
Hey boy, how did you get here? I live here, man.
That wasn't true at all. They'd been both searching for this burrito for a long time. There was an even more dirty, slimy reason why Juan too was there too.
Your sister told me where to find it.
That's right! Juan's sister had been working with Juan too this entire time.
Margaret is so slimy. Margarita to you.
She lets you call her that.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Juan was so angry, and he reacted in the most angry way he could think of.
Ah!
Yes, he delivered his world-famous chest-run blow. Juan, too, could do no more.
Oh, God. I can't do any more.
End chapter 1. Chapter 2. Margarita. Margarita was a very self-confident woman. And being so self-confident and having an amazing voice, everything that she said was always in song.
Everything that I say, this is it.
Margarita was having an amazing day.
This day is fantastic. I woke up on the right side of the bed. Also, my
No. There was an even better way that this day had gone. The most amazing thing that had happened in a long time happened today. It was so amazing that she was forced to sing it in falsetto.
I found the burrito!
That's right! Margarita secretly had the original burrito. But neither Juan or Juan II knew this yet. Margarita decided to hide the burrito in her favorite hiding spot. End of chapter 2, chapter 3. When Juan II discovers the burrito. Juan II and Margarita are out enjoying drinks on the beach.
You put the lime in the coconut, you shake it up.
Juan II was madly in love with Margarita.
Just like you like it, Dave.
I know.
Well, Margarita was not also madly in love with Juan II.
Oh, I'm
So it
sorry.
was a little bit awkward.
Oh, we're so good as friends. So good. Let's keep it that way forever.
But then, Juan II stumbled and accidentally came across the hiding spot of the burrito.
Yeah, I'm so drunk.
Yes!
Oh, my God.
Juan II stumbling scared Margarita so much that she dropped the burrito out from underneath her shirt. Margarita was in shock and decided to justify this through song.
Oh, look, I have a burrito, baby. You can do that now. It's 2014. Bring back my baby.
One,
And
two.
remember, you're so drunk. This never happened.
Juan II, while being pretty drunk, was still able to correctly identify this as the original burrito.
This is the original burrito.
Yes! And he was curious as to why Margarita had this burrito.
You told me it was in Costa Rica.
I know that I did, but I lied to send you off the trail.
Thinking quickly, Margarita came up with the best excuse that she could think of. And, just to convince him even more, came up with a dance routine.
Let me tell you something. I'm an addict for burritos. I can't get enough. I gotta eat them all the time and put them in my stomach.
Suddenly, Juan jumped onto the scene with his usual pizzazz.
So nice to see you, Margarita.
Nice to see you too. Juan.
What are you doing with that burrito?
That one? Or that one?
There were now 2 burritos. The original and the clone, and they were nearly identical. There was no way to tell them apart.
You had twins?
It's 2014. Everything is possible.
Juan was very upset as well, and so, having seen the tail end of Margarita's dance routine, decided to come up with one of his own to express his anger.
Step aside, Margarita. To my younger sister, you cannot be having children without my approval.
Yes! It was the most amazing dance routine the world had ever seen. End of chapter 3. Chapter 10! When the burrito takes over. Juan and Juan II had become fast friends after the daring events of chapter 9. we all remember.
That burrito uprising was so worth it.
Margarita, meanwhile, had been taken over by her love for her 2 twin burritos.
You guys are preteens now, and you're giving me some trouble. If you would just listen to me.
Her obsession had become too much, and Juan let Juan too know about his worries.
What is going on?
Margarita is crazy. She thinks burritos are real people. Her burritos keep growing. She undoes them and stuffs more in as they go.
But Juan himself had a secret, a way that he could stop his sister's obsession, and he let Juan too know this as well.
Tell me your secret.
Juan too knew already that there was a secret because Juan had put on his secret telling face.
Your face says it all. This must not escape this confine. My mother will kill me if I tell you about Margarita's childhood.
But he told him anyway.
I disrespect my mother all the time, so it's okay. Margarita, you see, she's in a trance. Ever since she was a little girl, we fed her taquitos, flautas, burritos. But really, we're German.
I'm sure it'll sell 2 copies.